Hello cherries, welcome to the June's YouTube hop. This month's theme is It's the Little Things. I am making this cute little brush holder. Have I ever made anything like this before? No, but we are going to make it together. I am using this air dry modeling clay and I actually really love the texture. It's super light and super fluffy. I like that it doesn't have a smell and it doesn't get all over your hands or your surface. It's really easy to work with and easy to mold. All I'm doing is I'm shaping it kind of like a little paint tube, and I'm just using tools that I already have on my desk, like this little Teflon bone folder, which is really nice actually because it's nice and smooth, so it kind of helps get the edges nice and smooth. Once I like the body size of my paint tube, I'm making the little cap for it, and then using a ruler to make lines at the very edge, kind of like a paint tube, and then also some lines on the lid. In real time, this took about 10 minutes. And then I'm taking some of my most used brushes, and that is what I am using to make the template with. And I picked 5 different size brushes so that I will have space to fit all different size brushes on this little brush holder. So I have like a large size, medium size, and some smaller sizes. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the brushes and I'm pushing it on the clay, but not all the way to the bottom. I'm leaving a little bit of space at the bottom, and then I'm squishing it back and forth so that it's not super snug, that it has some room in there. And here is what the paint tube looks like. And now we're going to let this dry for about 48 hours. I am going to be using this Arden Decoupage paper, which is really nice and light. It almost feels like a tissue paper, but maybe just a little bit, tiny bit thicker than tissue paper. And you could actually use tissue paper if you wanted to. So this is the pattern that I decided I'm going to use. I didn't really measure, I kind of just eyeballed that it would cover both sides of the edges. If you wanted the pattern to go all the way around, then I would just cut enough for that. And I'm using a Mod Podge. I'm using this glossy one, but it's crystal clear. And I'm just putting that on the clay so that the decoupage paper will stick to it. And then I'm taking more of the Mod Podge. I'm getting the decoupage paper pretty wet so that it molds easily into each divot. And you can kind of see that if there are any wrinkles or anything, you can smooth it out easily. Once you have all the decoupage paper all applied, you can let it dry and do another coat if you wanted to. I only did one coat because I am using UV resin, but if you only wanted to use Mod Podge and not UV resin, I would say maybe do 2 or 3 coats of Mod Podge. Here is what it looks like once it's covered with the decoupage paper. And now I am using this Decocolor metallic pen. It comes in gold, silver, rose gold. I am using the rose gold because the pattern looks like it has this darkish pink color. So anyways, I kind of just wanted it to match, and that I'm coloring that in. And you can see that clay has some Mod Podge on it. That's totally fine. You can just paint right over that. I'm also coloring the neck part of the paint tube with the Decocolor, and then I'm going to use acrylic paint on the lid. Now you could just use acrylic paint, you don't have to use a Decocolor, depending on the color scheme that you want, but I like that it kind of gave it that metallic look using the Decocolor. I let this dry for about 24 hours, and now I'm going to be covering it with UV resin, and I am using the Light Cure UV resin. It is in a high gloss. This is one of the reasons why I'm using UV resin, is because it gives it that high gloss finish, and also because this is such a lightweight clay, I feel like the UV resin kind of gave it a little bit of an extra body where it has like a hardened finish. A warning though, if you are using UV resin, it does emit kind of like a strong smell. So if you're sensitive to smells, I would refrain from using this and just maybe use a few more coats of Mod Podge. When you are using the UV resin, apply it kind of like a thick top coat. You basically want to cover all of the grooves and stuff like that so that it's nice and smooth. At first I was going to use this UV LED flashlight, but I felt like that wasn't strong enough, so I pulled out my nail lamp, and I did have to cure it for a few sessions. But here's what it looks like once it's nice and dry. I love how it's nice and glossy. Thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this little project and it inspired you. Be sure to hop along so that you guys can win a cherry on top gift card. And in the description, I have a list of everyone else to go check out. I also uploaded all of the supplies that I used in the gallery, and I have the link in the description below as well. All right, friends, see you next craft. Bye.